What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, finally, we have the grand final. This is on LAN. Zeta versus, versus Tensai, but it's Zeta versus Crazy Racoon. It's not just Tensai. There's also Moya and Milcreo on Crazy Racoon, but this is going to be an absolute banger. So if you guys have missed it, there's been a bunch of technical difficulties in the monthly final. Because it is at LAN, it is, I believe, in Tokyo as well. So I've been in and out watching a few games, but every single time I seem to click on the stream, there's a technical difficulty. So hopefully it's better right now. So we see the Mina here. So it looks like they've taken a page out of Angel Boy's book on LAN. And on a map like out in the open, Mina is very good. You can create a lot of space with it. You can get up and push the opponents. So what we're going to pair the Max with, especially into the Mina. I'm interested to see. Again, myself, I'm learning a bit myself about the meta. You would presume, well, you can't really go Brock when there is Max in play. So, I mean, maybe Crazy Racoon can pick Brock, but then picking Brock into, okay, if we're going to pick Brock, I'll say picking Brock into, won't be the best idea, but then they pick the Glowy. So a lot of teams are really acclimatizing to the Glowy. This would be a really good Crow game. I think we should just pretty much insta-lock the Crow, in my opinion. Keep the Crow on the Max and the Glober. And the Brock, put me in on the Brock for the most part. Could be good. The only thing is that you're lacking a bit of damage with the Crow, but Crow would be very good into all of this. I mean, Bell could be good into this too, but I don't think Bell is that good anymore in the meta. So they're going to go Byron. Okay, yeah, Byron's also a good one. You want some type of like anti-heal. So that is pretty good. So let me move myself back down here and let's begin to lock in. So like I said, it's been a bit of a hard watch this monthly final, sadly, because you would have thought with a LAN, you'd be very, very excited. And I was super excited to watch this, but definitely overshadowed by a bunch of technical stuff. So in terms of the composition, I feel like I like Crazy Racoon's composition more, mainly because theirs feels a bit more appropriate to the current meta, because Mina's fell behind the meta a little bit, and you know, Glober, one of these really strong meta brawlers right now. You've also got Max, so look at that really good play right there. Don't really understand that from Batman. I would have presumed that Sitetampo would have been, I know he's a very good Byron player, but would have thought he'd been the one playing Mina. No, am I wrong for saying that? I feel like Sitetampo should be playing these brawlers, but that's just such a poor decision just to go in. He just blindly goes in. With Mina, you need a bit of discipline. You need to, again, I'm not the best Mina in the world, but to watch an Angel Boy, you just need to combo your attacks and just slowly build up your first super, and then you start to go in. You don't just need to go in, you know, deal your maximum damage shot, because you're basically not going to get a kill without your super. So, yeah, I mean, if you're Zeta, you'll be raging at that position there from Batman, and there we have the first round going towards Crazy Racoon. So I predicted Zeta to win, mainly, well, I don't know, it's just one of those things where, but both of them are really good. I think Crazy Racoon have been quite clear on LAN for a couple of years now, especially against, you know, like Sitetampo, and Sitetampo is surely going to go down here. And like I said, like the Glober is just so incredibly strong, and you guys have been doubting it for a little while now. He's so good with any type of aggressive brawler. You're going to get so much value with the Glober. So I just don't think, and Byron was okay into this. I don't think the Mina's one of those brawlers where in this meta, it's just like a low A tier, high B tier brawler, where you normally pick towards the end of a draft or to punish a few select brawlers. But I don't think Mina has a good of a matchup here. So you can see here that I think, yeah, we're going to pinch Batman out here. It seems Sitetampo can't clean up with a kill. I don't know. It just seems a little bit disjointed here, because, again, the Byron synergizes really well with Mina, but I'm not seeing any Byron and Mina link-up play whatsoever. 70 health is going to be really unlucky there from Sitetampo. But again, you go back to Foot and how they abuse the Byron Mina synergy. It is just night and day to how the Zeta team are pairing off. So yeah, just don't think the team play is all there at the moment. But hey, they can claw it back maybe. I don't don't actually know if they can claw it back. This might be cooked. I mean, I don't even know if it's like a draft diff at the moment. It just feels like Zeta aren't able to play well as a team. So this time around, they're going a bit more passive. Got the gene pull at least, but there is a max pull, so they've got to be careful of that. Again, like, where is their real breakaway? Because this Globert can just hang on to the Mina at all points. So yeah, but Byron just needs to heal up the Mina. The Mina needs to get super. There we go. And the combination needs to start pretty soon. So Hypercharge Max Super going down. That's going to get a lot of value, a lot of pressure. Hypercharge Globert as well. Hypercharge Brock Super. I mean, that speed just allowed them to dodge the Mina Super. It's just completely GG. I mean, it definitely, I did favour the Crazy Racoon composition, but that was also just really poor gameplay from Zeta there, I've got to be honest. So first set going the way of Crazy Racoon. Let's jump into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into set number 2, we have Hard Rock Mine Gem Grab. So in terms of the bans, we see a lot of Griff right now. The Rico is permanently banned on Crazy Racoon. I forgot to mention that first time. From the bits I was watching, I saw a Rico on Kaboom Canyon, which was just crazy to even see. So the Ruff's in response to the Shade, which is fine. The Shade first pick is quite bold from Zeta, and I've got to go with Pearl. So Pearl has been a great mid-brawler for a little while, it seems. Everyone just seemed to be cooking up the Pearl, and it's actually more Pearl than we've seen when Pearl used to be pretty good in the meta. Like, we used to only see Pearl in Knockout and Bounty. We've seen it in Gem Grab now, so look, I think Pearl could be a low A-tier brawler in the meta currently. So what do they respond with this? We've seen a lot of Sandy on this map. We see a lot of Crow, Meg. We're going to go with Max. And Max is... I don't know if they're doing their homework, because isn't Pearl good into Max? I'm pretty certain Pearl is good into Max. But it is Max at the end of the day. So we've got Max, we've got Shade. Now, do we go with a bit of a control pick? They could go with like Sirius. They've got Spike that they've played it a little bit. So we're going to go with Ollie. So Ollie was one also that I've just seen pop up on their stats. I got some stats this time around to see what they go on this map in scrims. So into an Ollie is very interesting. I would probably just go like a Bull, Trunk. I mean, Mortis would be pretty good into this. I'm trying to see what Crazy Racoon like. Yeah, but like, go a lot of Pearl. We go a lot of Rico on this map. They go a lot of Crow, Sandy. I don't think any of that is good enough to face off against this. So yeah, Trunk. See, I know my Bull. I know Bull. The problem is, like, this is just a really weird composition from Zeta. Like, Ollie is not good anymore. Ollie is just not good anymore. And then you've got Shade first pick, and then you got Max into the Pearl. I just don't know whether I really like all of that. I mean, again, it's up to these players what they prefer. I love how Sitetampo's playing like that. Like, he's got a chair just for his iPad. That's hilarious. But hey, I'm up to see how things will go. So I mean, Max isn't like horrible into Pearl, but at the same time, like, the type of brawlers that you go into Max are the ones that are really easy with multiple projectiles, or just big projectiles. So you've got like Pearl, you've got Lola that's got into Max, you've got the sharpshooters that got into Max, like Byron and Gus, you know what I mean? Because Max can be a really shifty brawler. So Pearl is quite good into the Shade as well, because you've got wall breaks that can break open key points for Shade, and I won't be surprised if Milcreo uses super just to do that. It's also going to be pretty hard for them to really break open this this spawn trap here, because Tensai's already got his hype charge and he's going to get a team wipe into them. This is just absolutely disgusting from Crazy Racoon. They just look leaps and bounds above the opposition here. Suga's going to get a kill onto the Ruffs, but maybe the strategy here with Zeta is, you know, don't count them out yet. They've got the hypercharge, is what I was about to say. You've got Ollie hypercharge, you've got Shade hypercharge. I don't know whether Sitetampo wasted his hypercharge there, but it's not looking their complete best here. Yeah, so he's got no hypercharge. Hypercharge Ollie super going down. It's going to get a connection onto Pearl, and it's going to guarantee a kill. This might be the strategy, but they can't actually get the kill onto Milcreo. Tensai's going to miss his super, and it's just all so messy right now. But I can only see it going one way, and that is the side of Crazy Racoon, surely. I mean, that's going to be a kill onto the Trunk, but just 2 gems all that needed. But basically, everyone other than Milcreo is going to go down. Okay, actually Zeta somehow clawing this back a little bit here. I don't know how they've got into this position, but yeah, Suzuka's going to find that kill onto Tensai. Maybe somehow, some way Tensai is alive deep into Zeta's spawn. And I think the main problem here, I think if Suzuka was using the shield stop out, I think he'd be doing a lot better. I really think so. So Hypercharge should go down here. Suzuka's going to go for the aggressive play. That's going to surely get the kill onto Tensai. The Ollie is somehow working here. The Ollie is somehow working. You tell me how. I mean, maybe this Max has just got some insane synergy with the Ollie and with Shade, and you just spam broken Hypercharge supers. So another Hypercharge is going to go down here. That's going to confirm the double stun. And they're just really trying to abuse this Ollie Hypercharge. They're really trying to make it work. So a bit of a wasted gadget there from Batman. Tensai's just not even getting hit at all from Batman there. I don't know if it's some poor aim from him. Moya deep in enemy lines there again with the roughs. And the game just keeps swinging. It is just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Tensai got to pop up one gem here, but he's going to be exposed greatly. But Moya's going to get the kill. I mean, everyone just falls for Zeta. I kind of understand their strategy there, but it doesn't... I don't know, it feels like a bit of a weird one, because Ollie just isn't the same brawler that he used to be in. Pearl is a great mid because she has so much health. She also got a super that just decimated Sitetampo. So, yeah, I see the strategy, but I think Crazy Racoon are just so wise to it. I don't think Zeta have a backup plan at this point. I don't know. This just seems a little bit too much for them right now. I mean, they're definitely in the game, but Crazy Racoon still look comfortable when the game is so chaotic. Like, Milkareo was in a 1 versus 3 at one point, and he was still just dominating the middle, doing his thing. So, one treat already going down. The thing is with Trunk and Ruffs, it's such a good synergy as well. Ruffs and a lot of brawlers are good synergy, but in particular Ruffs and Trunk, because with Trunk you can farm so many hypercharges, and Trunk's hypercharges one of the best in the game. When you're facing off against aggro brawlers, you just rip through them. So Tensai is already close to hypercharge. I'm sure of it right now. So a bit of a whiffed super there, but I guess he can still create a bit of pressure. He's surely going to slowly get pinched down. And the problem is here, they just can't seem to get Tensai out of the grass. I mean, Zeta are doing good in terms of the gems right now, and might be able to make a bit more of a comeback here. I mean, this is much better team play from Zeta. Is exactly what you need to do with an Ollie super. You need a teammate close by, and they got a great kill there, but everyone's treated up. It's going to be very hard to kill Milkareo when he's treated up, when, you know, he's a Pearl that can defend themselves quite easily. But Sitetampo is getting some good hits. That's going to be 1 kill, 2 kills. Tensai's going to fight back. Hypercharge popped as well. He's going to get a lot of damage, and he's doing a lot of good jukes in the middle here. Bro, Unka's still got it at this point. Can you even call Tensai an Unk? I know he's getting a bit older now, but bro, he's not got the reflexes of an Unk like me. Hypercharge super going to go down from Pearl, but not really going to do all too much. Hypercharge Ollie super as well. That's a great combination with him and his teammates. And there we go. That is the combination that they've been looking for the entire game. And it's quite clear their strategies here is just to farm and spam as many broken hypercharges as possible. And I mean, Crazy Racoon couldn't deal with it that time around. Okay, a bit more of a game on our hands here. This is such a weird... These are the type of strategies that I like in Brawl esports. I like these types of strategies where Ollie is not a meta brawler in gem grab whatsoever. He's not terrible, but he's not great. He's only really good in bounty and knockout, and even then, you're not really seeing him that much in this meta. So the pairing up with the Max is just beautiful. They just can't stop it right now. They really can't. So, I mean, if they lose this game, it'll be interesting to see what other brawler they might have gone into this. I mean, honestly, not a Rosa, but I was thinking something a bit more explosive rather than a Trunk. I mean, Sitetampo's going to get the kill onto him this time around. It feels like Zeta have finally woken up here. They've finally woke up, but let's see whether they can hold on to that, because Moya's eventually going to open up the whole map. But there we go. The early lead again going the way of Zeta. Sitetampo's getting some good taps onto Tensai. He's going to get close to his super. I mean, he's doing all he can right now, because Trunk should, in theory, be a really bad matchup for the Shades. So Shade's going to try and swap the matchup onto the Ruffs. Hypercharge super already for Batman, and he's going to charge up a lot of super here from his Hypercharge Buffy. He's going to fly out another Hypercharge super, and this should be Ollie close to Hypercharge, Sitetampo close to Hypercharge. Again, a bit of a overextension there from Sitetampo in terms of wasting his Hypercharge. He did that in the first round of that set as well. Suzuka's going to jump in. It does miss one of the shots, which would have made it a lot easier if it would have hit that. It's interesting to see that Batman is using the other star power as well. I would have presumed the what's it called? I don't know what it's called. The one that gives you the shield boost. I know it's run and gun. I forgot the other one because I just supercharge. I can't remember. Anyways, that one should be the better one, especially paired with an Ollie and a Shade. Giving them constant shielding probably would have been better. But I guess the speed boost is good into those tanks and into, well, just trying to stay alive here. I mean, this is just so chaotic. One of the most chaotic gem grab games I can remember. I mean, gem grab, it just isn't the most balanced game mode in the world right now. Sitetampo's got his Hypercharger. Let's see if he opts to use it. I mean, I think he whiffed one of those shots into the trunk. That's going to be a kill here from Suzuku. And now Zeta should be able to close out this game, in all honesty. They should. They've got 3 gems up. Tensai's going to get pinched as well. And I just think the pure pressure that Zeta are putting out is just too much right now. It is too much. So I'm glad there's a game right now. I'm glad that I'm eating my words. Because it looked like from those first few games that Crazy Racoon were just that much better than Zeta. But nice, 1-1. I like it. Let's jump into the next one. Guys, jumping into set number 3, we have Pit Stop Heist. I was literally about to say from the statistics, it's quite clear that Crazy Racoon are just going to pick Kaze. So hopefully Zeta have been doing their homework, because in scrims, Crazy Racoon have been picking way more than any other brawler Kaze on Pit Stop. So yeah, I don't really like Pit Stop right now. It's not in the greatest of spots in terms of a competitive map. It's just not that fun to really watch. So Crow is a pick into Kaze. So I don't mind Crow into Kaze. It's one of the best counters, but it is on Pit Stop, and Crow isn't the best brawler on Pit Stop. So what other options do you have left here? You got Griff, you got Ruffs, you got Meeple maybe into Kaze. We're going to go to Griff. So Griff is a great brawler. In the meta right now, going to open up the map and help out the Crow. Griff also, well, Rico's banned out. I forgot about that. I was going to say Griff's good into those types of composition. So what are Crazy Racoon going to respond with right now? I mean, Ruffs is still open for them. Ruffs would have 2 good matchups here. But they need a good defensive brawler as well. It could go with like a Buzz. It could go with a Buzz as well. So we're going to go Meeple, and they're going to go Ruffs. Meeple, Ruffs. Okay, so this surely just screams. I don't know. This reminds me of, was it Foot that played this type of composition? The Meeple and the Ruffs on Pit Stop? Surely, I mean, it screams a good thrower matchup, but the only problem is, like, you've got the Kaze to deal with. What do you even go into this? What do you go into this? Let's see. Trying to look at the brawler selection list. Okay, a Lily. I don't mind the Lily so much. This reminds me of exactly what Semantic did, but it just failed. I don't think Semantic played the best Lily, and he'll probably admit that. Was it Lily on this map? I'm pretty sure it's Lily on this map where it wasn't the best, but Lily is really good into Meeple and good into Ruffs because you got a lot of health. Lily is one of the best counters there. So let's see. The other problem with Lily is that you can't really do all that much damage. You know, it would have been an underrated brawler into that. I feel like Daryl would have been a good underrated brawler into that type of composition. I know Daryl's not the best of brawlers right now, but Daryl is really good into Ruffs. The problem, yeah, like I said, Daryl just isn't the greatest, but it's still Heist. It could do some good damage because you think about it, right? Like a Ruffs and a Meeple aggression would be great into it, especially the Ruffs. So Batman's going to get onto the safe, but that's not really going to do too much, is it, right now? I mean, Bro is just a Crow on the safe. Let me drag myself back down. They're just happy to leave the Crow on the safe right here. Moya's going to get a bit of extra damage. I mean, the Meeple strategy was very interesting from Foot, and it seemed to actually work out quite a lot. You know, throw that super on the safe and deal some extra damage, and then you just use Meeple to keep overall control. So they're just happy to keep Batman onto the safe here, and he seems to be winning the base race so far. I mean, Suzuka's going to do a great job of cleaning up right here. And if he can deal with Milcreo, then this should be good because it is just the Meeple on offense. I mean, Batman should be able to... Okay, that's really unlucky from Batman because he could have got the bounce here. McRae's missing 2 point-blank range shots there, and that could have really hurt them. That could have really hurt. I don't know how they managed to survive that. Sitetampo is going to use a gadget onto the safe, and that should be GG. So a really weird game there. Like, how can you even commentate over a game like that? They just left Batman onto the safe. They thought they could win in the base race, but little do they know they've got a Meeple and a Ruff. So those two brawlers aren't really that great at base racing, to be honest. Even into, like, they have good matchups into Griff, but they're just not dealing that much damage to the safe. So, yeah, Zeta kind of not get away with one there, but just felt a bit janky, you know, felt a bit janky. So Crow's going to go in again, and Lily's going to get onto the safe this time around. And I feel like Crazy Racoon aren't really playing this comp the way that it's intended, it feels like. It feels like this should be holding a lot more control, especially with the Ruffs and the Meeple. But McRae's got the super this time around. He's going to go with that wall break again. Very similar to Foot. It feels like a lot of these teams have done their homework in terms of watching the EMEA meta, which is great to see. So Crow's going to be on defense. But the thing about Crow is that it just doesn't deal like... Yeah, you're going to be able to chip down the Kaze, but that's not really a lot of damage, is it? Great super there from Tensai. He's going to manage to get some more shots, more damage onto the safe there. So yeah, Tensai really carrying his team on his back right here. And he's just got to rely on his teammates to try and defend this as much as possible. Moya's probably going to get a kill onto Griff. It does just that. And they should be able to double defend the Lily here. So yeah, a bit better there from Crazy Racoon. You know, Zeta are doing a fantastic job from... It reminds me of Humble. They've really struggled to get out of a spawn in a situation like this, but it's much better this time from Zeta. So people hypercharge is going to be very dangerous, but Sitetampo's doing a great job on the Lily. That is basically, that's a double kill pretty much there. And Zeta are going to be pretty much level in terms of damage. They just need Sitetampo to be the one on the safe rather than the Crow. So the gadget's going to be being popped right here. See whether Sitetampo can get into the high safe. He can't. He pops hypercharge a little bit preemptively, but he kind of has to try something right there. Like, what else can he do? So Batman has his hypercharge. They need Sitetampo to deal some extra damage. Hypercharge is going to be used on defense there. And what is going on? The spectator is going crazy between both perspectives here. We don't need dual perspective here. Okay. Only a bit of time left. And just a 9% in it. Suzuka's going to get a nice hypercharge there, but not going to do all that much damage. Sitetampo on defense. Let's see whether they can defend it in time. Hypercharge super going down, and they can't defend it. Okay, so much better from Crazy Racoon there. I feel like they contain the game a lot easier. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? In their composition terms, you want the Meeple and Ruffs on defense as much as possible. Yes, you kind of leave a Crow on the safe because he's not going to be doing that much in a base race, but you still need to be cleaning it up and opening a path up for your aggro brawler like Tensai. So Tensai's going to go in that form there to try and build up his super. He's then probably going to pop back into fan form here, I imagine, to throw out that super. There we go. He got kind of close there to taking down Batman, but at least he gets a super on the safe. On the other side of things, Sitetampo has been doing his magic. I've been focusing so much on Tensai. That's nearly one crack done on the safe already. So Sitetampo again, he doesn't mind going on to Tensai here. He's going to get an easy kill. Lily has a really good matchup into all three. Didn't realize how good Lily is into the Kaze. So Gadget's going to be being popped here. That's going to allow him to get another crack onto the safe. Does use a super and just get the kill onto Tensai again here. Sitetampo is having a masterclass right now. This is beautiful gameplay right here. I mean, Zeta have fully taken the game to Crazy Racoon. It's exactly what I wanted because it felt like they were just too much on the back foot in the first set, and Batman gets the kill onto Tensai. I mean, they're only up by a couple of percentage points here, but Sitetampo's going to push in, probably going to get stunned out by the Meeple. His super as well hits the Kaze, which is not going to allow him to cycle through to his supers. I mean, it's just very frustrating facing off against Meeple, right? That super, literally, is it called hacks? It's literally hacking. It is a ridiculously overpowered super. So Tensai's going to throw super and get some more damage onto the safe. This is where Crazy Racoon is starting to relinquish some control. Yeah, hypercharge surely going to be fed to Meeple, but I imagine he's close to hypercharge or not. I've got hypercharge already. Suzuka's going to use super, but Griff super doesn't even do that all that much damage anymore. up close. Sitetampo's doing a great job there onto the high save. Look at the amount of damage there. Crow hypercharge as well. And Zeta going to take the lead with that. But they need to hold control. Hypercharge as well from Suzuku. Can he cycle it back in time? He can't. Really important gadget there from Moya. So it's up to Sitetampo here to see whether he can break out in time. He has the gadget lurking pretty soon. Probably in a few seconds. He is going to pop it to get that bit of pressure. At least if he can kill the roughs, that's going to be good for them. As long as Zeta keep a bit of pressure, they should be able to win this heist game. And that should be GG's there. That should be GG's. Okay, Zeta 2-1 up. This is what we wanted. We wanted a game. I was really scared. I didn't want to predict a 3-0. But after that first set, I was like, oh, this could be a sweep. But no, Zeta, they're saying no. They're going 2 sets up. 2-1. I mean, let's jump into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into set number 4, we have Pinball Dreams. So this is Zeta's map as well. So this is pretty important because they should be having a lot better preparation here. So we see the Stuban from Zeta is pretty interesting because that is like their most played brawler on this map. So Shade, what do you counter a Shade first pick with? It's pretty interesting that there's a first pick in Shade. Just goes to show how strong he is, even with his hypercharge rate nerf. I think he did receive that nerf, if I'm correct, right? But yeah, I always struggle with countering Shade as a first pick. So, oh, Tensai Max. Uh-oh. You've got to be shaken. You've got to be shaken. But maybe they left Max open for a reason. Because you saw right there, both of the Zeta guys were like, yep, okay, Max, this is good. I mean, it looked like they were saying that anyway. So, what do you counter the Max with? This would be pretty interesting. I mean, you could go with like a Lola in the mid. You could go with a Pearl in the mid. These are good counters. Who are going to pair the Max with? You needed like a good synergy brawler. They're going to go with Buzz. 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 I've been hearing that Buzz is secretly pretty decent. I mean, Buzz is good into Shade, actually. I don't know why I was so surprised. Buzz is really good into Shade. And what are you going to counter this comp with? I mean, you've got the Cordelius. You've got Sirius. What else have you got? What else have you got into this? I mean, Stu's Bandana. Stu would have been pretty good into this. I imagine they're going to go Cord. Be my bet. Oh, no, Cord's banned. Okay, what? Bro. Why they're just going to brawlers that they play a lot? Poco. Okay, Poco with anti-stun could be good, and Poco's good into Max, but I don't really know. Okay, they've got to pick another aggressive brawler here. If they're going with a Poco, they're going to go with the Ems, which is the best counter to the Poco. Yeah, I mean, Poco's really good into Max. What do you got? I feel like I need my brawler selection screen here. Ems, Shade, Poco. This could be a good thrower matchup, maybe. Could be a good... take a look at my brawler selection screen. Could be a good Edgar game. Edgar would be pretty nice into this. I feel like you need a good takeover brawler. Mortis, yeah. I was about to say like Bull, Mortis. Very good into this composition. Really good into Ems and Poco. It's going to be messy, folks. Strap in. This is going to be one of the messiest games of all time. The Mortis into Poco and Ems. It's going to be pretty interesting. Wait, what brawler? Who's going to play what brawler? Maybe Tensai's going to play the Mortis because he was the one playing Mortis a couple of months ago, I believe, in a monthly final. So maybe instead of Tensai Max, who's going to be going on the Max? Moya, maybe? Be a more supportive one? Okay, Milcreo. Okay, there we go. So Moya's going to go on the Buzz. Going to try and get some damage in there. Okay, he is still using the cleansing gadget right there. It's just Max left on defense. See what? I think they're running run and gun. That's interesting because in other regions, everyone is saying, like, thinking that the shield max up out is better. And Zeta should be able to score this one in. Okay, this is looking very good for them. The thing is, with a Mortis composition, you've got to be chaining your super. So Hypercharge Max super already here. Mortis should be able to get some good supers in here. They're all grouping up. But it's still not proven to be all that enough. Oh, that was nearly a really tasty pass over from Batman. And instead of the 2-0 lead, it's going to be Crazy Racoon scoring the goal. So that is going to be a big momentum shift. And it's exactly what you want if you're a Crazy Racoon supporter here. So Hypercharge coming down from Moya. The cleansing gadget's going to allow them to counter out the Buzz Hypercharge easily. But there's just a lot of damage and a lot of pressure from Crazy Racoon. And that's going to be the goal. Wow, that was crazy. They're like a split second away from losing that entire game. And they turn it around just like that. Okay, this is just crazy. Two crazy teams and not even using the most mechanical Brawl. It's what I actually enjoy, is when these two teams go crazy compositions like this, because we're not used to seeing it in East Asia, no matter the meta. And like, these types of comps aren't even as meta as I would imagine in EMEA. So love to see it. I mean, first pick Shades are just so hilarious to see, but it's so crazy how they can first pick Shade and they're getting away. I know they're losing the thing, but they're still kind of getting away with it. Like, Shade is doing his business as a first pick. Crazy. I guess it's because of the map, but Poco should be able to use his cleanse gadget, but I don't think he's actually got one available. The amount of supers that Max can provide and hypercharge supers that Max can provide is it's crazy. Max cycles through to hypercharge so fast, and that's going to be their goal for Zeta there. And now they're just one game away from winning the whole series already, which is just absolutely crazy. This would be not like a huge upset, but it would be an upset in my opinion, because a lot of people had Crazy Racoon winning this game. But Zeta, you know, they've been disappointed for a long time in terms of LAN performances. They've really disappointed me at Brawl Cup. I just didn't think they were up to scratch at all. I know they beat Bobby's team, but I even thought there that they got lucky in some ways because of how bad the draft was for early round. But I think they should be able to close this one out. The Buzz pick just doesn't seem to be that good. The Poco pick to counter out the Buzz seems to be very good. A hypercharge from Max already. Bro, Max needs to be nerfed so heavily because this just makes no sense. Bro, this gadget with Poco is so clever. So clever into the Buzz. I think the Buzz was maybe a bit too early in their approach, and Sitetampo is going to walk that one in, and Zeta win the monthly final 3-1 against Crazy Racoon. That was one of my favorite games I can remember after a really weird monthly final. I really enjoyed that one, and you know, fair play to Zeta on LAN as well with a bit of a crowd. I mean, it's not like a usual LAN with all the lights and so many fans, but this is exactly what you'd want from Zeta, the turnaround that they needed, and fair play. We want to see two Titans in East Asia, and we want them to perform at World Finals, hopefully. So, yeah, really well played there from both teams. But at the end, I think that was definitely like a draft diff from Zeta. It's good to see their preparation working. I like to see these things come to fruition. So, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.